Hello, it's me, Kekfon, back with another episode on the side channel, the second channel. That's the actual word. Um, so what's the theme for today? The theme of today, I find it quite interesting because it's a term, it's something that I don't see talked about. Uh, I don't see it talked about, and I just don't see it in general around. Which is a concept also known as daymares. Now, if you're the average person, you'll probably be like, huh, so what is a daymare? I I never heard of that. And it's fair, like I only got to know about this term once I researched it. And it turns out that a daymare is basically the opposite of a daydream. So basically having a nightmare while you're awake. Um so this happens a lot because I am a person who just like daydreams way too often, way more often than what they should. And I have been like I have been doing this for I don't know how many years, and the thing is that it's not something voluntary. Like I don't just like start uh start imagining I don't just start imagining horrible scenarios of what may happen to me. It's just like something that happens in the moment, mostly like when all bad things happen, which is at 3 a.m. Um, and it's not good. It's daymares are oh boy are certainly a thing because they are not the normal daymares, to put a word to it. Like an average nightmare would be like something unexplicable, something weird, but equally horrifying, or at least that's how I see them. These are way too realistic, the daymares, because like at least when I daydream, I always daydream about things that may happen tomorrow or in hours or soon enough. When it comes to daymares, it's also that, but it's always some sort of tragedy. As an example, what if my mother died? What if my father died? What if my sister died? You see the pattern. Uh, but besides family deaths, there's a lot of the ones that is like, oh, what if this doesn't turn out? What if I end up alone? What if my friends start don't what if my friends start hating me? Like it's a bit of everything, and it's a bit of the worst things. These I've tried treating them on therapy, uh, but the only advice that I basically got was to to just like not pay attention to them, and it's hard because they always hit when you least expect it. Like um, it's certainly a worrying thing because most of these daymares leave you in tears thinking because you basically live through the emotions that you would go through if this happened in case. Like now that I'm saying it out loud, it seems more like a coping mechanism to try to like defend myself for a potential tragedy or something similar. And I've always treated them like a fun, quirky thing, which is basically the worst way that I can treat them, as if they were nothing. I've always treated daymares as if they were just something normal. I never did anything to avoid them. I never did anything to make them go away because at the end of the day, I do find it a bit endearing, you know? I find it endearing because sometimes it's fine going through all those horrible things. It's fine to process emotions, to just cry, if anything. But either way, again, these are very, very scary things to basically. It wouldn't be fantasized about. What would be the opposite? Like fear? Uh, it's messed up, very messed up, and it's mostly as I said, it's things mostly related to family, but it's also like, oh, what if my career doesn't turn out right? From what if from one day to another I have to drop out of college for one reason or another? What if like I make a fool of myself in front of my friends? What if my friends start disliking me massively? What if I'm doing the wrong thing? What if this is the wrong thing? And it would just take me through what my mind considers to uh actually be what would happen, which is not good because sometimes it's incredibly unrealistic. Sometimes it's just like it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. They're really tough to describe because like I cannot say much other than, oh, it's the opposite of daydreaming and it sucks. And I want to try to say more, but I just can't because it's such a particular thing that thus far I haven't met anyone who can actually relate to this. But if for some reason there's someone out there who also has daymares, at least on a regular basis, maybe not regular, maybe semi-regular or every so often, if for some reason you're one of those people, I want to tell you that it's just your mind playing tricks on you. You've probably been told this 1,000 times, but yeah, it's just your mind playing tricks on you, and it's gonna. You should just let it pass. It's just a dream. It's just a nightmare, better said. And as all nightmares do, they eventually end. And that's a thing with daymares. They finish. They cease. And more often than not, you manage to stop thinking about those. You manage to uh, forget even sometimes that one hypothetical made you so sad, and instead it ends up a lesson, like a lesson to how to deal with your emotions, how to, you know, feel safe. It's what we try to do. We're trying to affront emotions without actually going through traumatizing events. We try to do a cut. Wait, we try to make a cushion out of what would be a horrible moment. And I honestly don't dislike it. I find it to be. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's still a very shitty moment. But at the end of the day, you could say it's a positive. It's just something that in one moment you'll end and you'll learn to at least know that it ain't happening right now. It's everything's okay. Everything's fine. It's just a hypothetical. It's just a nightmare. Nightmares cannot hurt you in real life. Can they scare you? Yes. But that's about it what they can do. Man, I honestly thought that I had more to talk about on this topic, but I struggle to really put it into words. So, to put an end to this video, if you have a daymare, if you're someone who has daymares often or regularly or less than that, just know that it's gonna end. It's gonna end real soon, and you will be fine afterwards because it's not something real. It's something that is just in your mind. And I believe that just as with regular nightmares, one day you will be able to forget these daymares and actually and just be fine with them. And who knows, maybe with these daymares they end up working in the future. As an example, like maybe you are going through a job interview, and the night before the big interview, you have a daymare, or like you start thinking about how everything could go wrong, and your mind makes this huge movie about how it could go wrong and what would be the steps of it going wrong. And there are many things you can do with that. You can just like use that to be confident and go, no, this is not what's going to happen. I'm going to take control over this. This is my time, my future. I can do this. Another example is that in that moment, you can start thinking about what you may be able to do with that potential bad future and turn it into a good one. As an example, okay, so if this job interview doesn't end up all that bad, I can still I can still bounce back after this. I still can apply to more jobs. It's not the end. At least not yet. Or at least I would like to think that if you're in that situation, it's not the end. But yeah, that's about it of what I can talk about in Daymares. Um Morale, I guess that don't let your mind play tricks on you. It's just yourself downplaying yourself. And I believe that you will be able to bounce back no matter what. After all, it's just a nightmare, and all nightmares end one way or another, with you waking up. Anyway, I've been KekFun. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night. Bye bye.